Bop, bop, bop. Let's go. We're here with the killer, man, the prospect himself, Jeff Insidious Craig. Let's go 2-0. Got a big fight coming up. How we doing, man?
I feel great, dude. I feel great. My weight's good. Confidence is through the roof. I'm just prepared.
Let's go,
Oh
man.
yeah.
For people that don't know, Jeff Craig, the Insidious, man, he's on a 8-fight win streak, stretching from his amateur to pro career now. He's 2-0 pro, fights at 170 pounds. We're going to Cage Warriors San Diego this week. We'll be there Friday. Big matchup between another 2-0 prospect, but we're looking to do some damage. So his name's Chasen Blair. What are you thinking about this stylistic matchup? They got you on the main card. They pin it as a big fight. Where are you at thinking about this coming into the week?
Dude, I have a lot of opinions. I mean, yeah, he's 2-0, but those are his only two fights. Let's look at who his last two opponents were versus my last two opponents. I think my last two opponents could have beaten Chasen Blair. He fought a 1-2 55er that is busy pro surfing in Hawaii for the last 3 years, hasn't fought in the last 3 years, and he knocks him out in the second round. All right, that's cool. And then he fought a 4-3 dude in England. Like, all right, that's cool, brother, but who have you fought? So it's just like, all right, I think they chose me because I mean I asked for it. Maui said no event first, and then I asked for this fight. People were telling me no, and I wanted it. I see a lot of holes. I see like, yeah, you got them D1 credentials, but it wasn't like he was an NCAA champion. He didn't qualify for the tournament. And brother, I wrestled too. Like, you're not the only one who wrestled. So I think him spouting off that he's going to fight on September 23rd. It's his hometown. He's the A side. They're trying to build him up. I think they had no choice but to take me. But in reality, I'm a bad matchup for him. I'm an awful matchup for him. And he's going to find out, come Friday.
Oh yeah. So he's been stirring it up a little bit in the pre-fight, throwing some shots here and there, or are you just amped up, ready to get in there this week?
I don't know. I'm just these are just like, this is my feelings. To me, it's facts. Like, he has less than 10 minutes inside that cage. I have over an hour. Let's look at the opponents. My amateur opponents were better than his last two opponents. So, and those, you can call those opinions, but on paper, those are facts. He could be a nice dude. I heard from a couple of wrestlers that have wrestled with him that he's a nice guy or whatever. I don't care. But I've also heard some other things about him, and it's like, bro, you don't have 15 minutes with me. You just don't. You don't. You can take me down. I'm gonna get back up. I train with an NCAA All-American, that wrestled in the same weight class as Chasen that would have killed him, so I'm not worried about it. I have killers in my gym. Like, you're training in England, dog. They don't have wrestlers over there.
Facts. So you got this fight on 3.5 weeks notice. Doing my research on him, he was a wrestler in college, and then he's training at Patty the Baddy's gym. I feel like he's going to go out and just try and grapple you the whole time. Is that how you're feeling about this fight?
For sure. He has no chance in the stand-up department. He has power. He's explosive, but from the first round to the second round, you see a drastic drop. You see a stance change. You see him breathing through his stomach. And I have volume. I'm not a 55er, bro. I'm not Kona. I'm coming. I've been doing this shit since I was 13 years old. That's the fact of the matter is, like, I'm a gamer. And he has yet to fight that.
Yeah, let's go. And give us a little bit more of an inside scoop. You're getting work over there at Aguilera over there, a classic fight team. How's the training been going? I'm sure you're just getting wrestle fucked, the last couple weeks. But how's everything been going with the gym? I know, a couple big fights coming up. How's everything been going? How's the morale in the gym?
The morale's been great. It's been a great time for our gym. We just had a dude just fight from Combate, and he just won. My boy Tyler Smith fought in Arkansas, and he won by KO for calf kicks. We have Christian Aguilera. He's one of my MMA coaches, and he's great. He's a dog. He's incredibly strong. And then his MMA wrestling is better than Chasen's. There's a difference between wrestling and MMA wrestling, and this isn't wrestling. There is MMA wrestling involved, and Christian is very good at noticing certain things. And Christian beats me up, but Christian's been training with me for 4 years. You know, he knows my style. He knows what I'm good at. He knows what I'm not good at. So if he's having trouble with me, I think Jason's going to have way more trouble with me. You know, Christian has over 20 amateur fights. He has 20 pro fights. He's been around a long time, and he's very, very smart. So the training all around has been great. You know, I've been getting my ass kicked. I'm always getting my ass kicked at Classic. My striking is good, but I'm not the best striker in my gym, you know, and that says a lot because my striking is good.
Let's go. So for us at home, a lot of us aren't fighters. A lot of us will never know that fight week grind. What's the vibe like on fight week for you? Just another week, or is the emotions a little bit up?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm an emotional guy, but I don't really get. I don't get nervous or emotional. Like, I don't really believe in pressure in that way. I'm super chill come fight week. I kind of the only like, I guess, like tradition that I have is I clean my room and I clean my car, because win or lose, I want to come home to a clean car and a clean room. You know, that's nice, something not to worry about. But other than that, I kind of just chill. You know, like cutting weight and stuff. I do a couple of technical workouts, and that's it. It's not really emotions are higher or anything. I think emotions are higher earlier in camp just because I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to get this shit over with. You know, I get my ass kicked over here. So,
Yeah, facts. All right, so another question, you know, someone might have, they come across young prospect Jeff Craig, is this nickname, Insidious. Give us a little bit of a deeper dive on this nickname, Insidious, how this came about, and you know what this really means. You know.
so, you know, I've been wondering about my nicknames for a long time. After my first amateur fight, they gave me the nickname the American Psycho, and honestly, I was like, somebody else already has it. Like, I don't want that. Like, yeah, it fits. Like, I went out there and I was talking crap to my opponent, and he ended up not coming out in the second round. You know, I feel like he got scared. Like, I beat him up real bad in the first round, but I didn't stick with it. I didn't, you know, use it in any of my other fights. I didn't have a nickname for a long time, and I always was waiting for someone to give me a cool nickname, and nobody was coming up with anything cool, you know. And I was just like, you know what, like, all right, I'll just come up with it myself, I guess. And Insidious kind of came to mind. You know, it's kind of like it's like crafty, but with bad intentions, you know, and that's kind of my thing. I like to be crafty in there, and I have bad intentions. I do like hurting people. Um, and also it's just dark. I like the dark aspect of it, you know. So um, nothing crazy deep about it, but you know, it's just I just like it.
Fire, fire. So like you mentioned, you had 5 amateur fights. This is going to be your 3rd pro fight. What's been the biggest difference between the amateurs and the pros so far?
I can throw knees and elbows. You know, that changes. Knees and elbows change a lot of things. So the rule set. I don't think there's a huge difference. Especially you see it a lot in MMA where a lot of guys just go pro pretty randomly, and it's kind of stupid. So anybody can. It's just a title. You know, at the end of the day, it's just a title, pro and amateur. You know, I was beating up pros when I was an amateur. So at the end of the day, it's just a title. You're just getting paid for it. A little bit more respect and recognition from people who don't really know, but at the end of the day, it's just a title. So I don't really care, you know. Yeah, I don't think there's not much of a difference except the knees and elbows, you know, rule set and all of that, and the time, you know, there's more time on the clock, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I know that you're super open to, you know, multiple mixed martial arts, you know, of the arts. You know, you want to box and do some Muay Thai. Uh,
Yeah.
what's really your bread and butter if you had to pick between one of the stand-up arts?
Uh, definitely kickboxing for sure. I mean, yeah, definitely kickboxing for sure. Yeah, I just say kickboxing. I love boxing too. I like Muay Thai, but I train with a coach, my boxing coach, and he's from the Caribbean, so I have like a Caribbean style footwork. And his punching technique is what actual boxing punching technique should be. Everybody pushes their punches nowadays. It's all about whipping your punch and weight shifts and stuff. Boxing is 90% weight shift, and if you don't know how to shift your weight, then you're not punching properly, you know. So most people have improper punching technique, and he's the one who taught me that. So I do love boxing and the science aspect of that. So that's why part of me was thinking about it. But in reality, I am a kickboxer. I do like my kicks. I do like setting up my hands. I'm a kickboxer with elbows though and knees and stuff. So I have those in my back pocket as well.
What are some of the perks that, like a Caribbean style, like what are the things that you could, maybe give us to like point out like that Caribbean style when we see it on Friday night?
Loose. It's a lot of footwork. I have a lot of really good footwork. I move laterally a lot. A lot of feints, a lot of jabbing. Um, just a lot of level changes, level change feints. There's different types of feints. I put two feints together. I don't mess around with just one feint. That's why feints don't usually work. There's a lot to the Caribbean style, just very elusive, there's a lot that goes into it, but that's just my style as well. It's just elusiveness. So definitely footwork is the biggest one for me. That's probably my best defense is my footwork.
Yeah. And then, how do you see this fight going? Obviously, you've been saying, you questioning your opponent a little bit. You're confident in yourself. How do you see this fight going Friday night?
I mean, I see me finishing him. I don't think he has 15 minutes, and there's always, and the thing is, I'm incredibly confident, but I'm also realistic. There is a chance that he could get me down and hold me down. There's a chance he could ground and pound me out. There's a chance that he could knock me out. He has the power. He has the credentials. He has this, but I'm prepared for all that. I've seen it before. He's never seen Caribbean style footwork. He changed at Patty's gym. That, come on, they don't have that kind of footwork over there. They don't have the style that I have. I bring my own style to the table, and he has not seen that yet. I do see me finishing him. I am realistic about what other things could happen out there. There are variables that could happen. There's things that could happen. And I'm at peace with that. I'm at peace. I'm at peace with the fact that I could lose. I'm at peace with the fact that I could get ground pound. I'm at peace with the fact that I could get submitted. I'm at peace that I could get knocked out, because that's what happens. I'm not nervous. I have no pressure about it. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm going to come back stronger if that were to happen. And I don't know. I just don't care.
Facts. Yeah. Dude, that's that, rock solid mindset, that you got to have going in. And that's what you got, bro. I'm super excited to see it all on Friday. Obviously big stage, all this kind of stuff. You think this is going to be the biggest crowd you've ever been in front
of? It's actually a small venue. It's actually a very small venue. Tickets were like 125 a piece. And it's just like, I think there's probably less than 200 people there. So LFA's definitely had some bigger venues, I believe. I fought for them twice as a pro. Yeah, the crowd doesn't really get to me, dude, because one, I've never had that issue with crowds. Even in like school public speaking, didn't really care. I wasn't nervous about it. And then also just like I wrestled at states in Pennsylvania, so the crowds don't get to me.
Yeah. And then I'm looking through your Instagram, a lot of just fighting, training, constantly on the grind. Do you have any hobbies right now? Or are you fully locked into fighting? Like that's all you're thinking about?
I read a lot. I read a lot of philosophy and stuff. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't really do much else besides train though, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I don't do much else. I train. I've been doing this since I was 13 years old back home. Then I moved out here when I was 18, and I've been training ever since, So that's why I am so successful. I mean, I don't care about my record. It's cool that I'm undefeated, but I don't gloat about it. I don't talk about it. I'm not super stoked about it. It's something that happens with the work ethic that I put in. I could have 2 or 3 losses and I would still have the same mindset that I do. But yeah, this is all I do. I train. I'm at the gym right now because I had a training session earlier. I don't want to drive back home because my home is about 35 minutes away from the gym. So I'm just like, all right, I'll stay in this area all day. And I literally just watch film, I listen to how other people talk and about the fight game and their thoughts on it. I just think about this stuff all day long. I'm pretty reserved, so I'm always in my head. And this is my whole life. This is it.
Yeah. Dude, that's what's up. Dedication, that sacrifice, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, and to say sacrifice, I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, fuck, dude, I'm 24. Like, I haven't done shit. Like the 20-year-olds do. I'm selling a piece of my soul to this game. I sold my teenage years to this game. I'm selling my 20s to this game, and I'm going to sell part of my 30s to this game. And it's just like, that's what it is. It is sacrifice. I don't go out and party. I mean, I don't like crowds. I don't like people. So I don't go out and party. I don't go out and drink. I don't go out and do things that normal 20-year-olds do. I'm at the gym. I'm training. I'm hanging out with buddies from the gym, and we're talking about training or fighting. It's always fighting. So sacrifice for sure is a key word in my life, and I've sacrificed a lot for this game. My 21st birthday, I made my amateur debut 2 days later. I didn't celebrate my 21st birthday. And that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't like my birthday anyways. So I'm down for the sacrifice. At the end of the day, Chasen don't got the demons I got, dog. That's just the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like when you're in that locker room about to walk out, knowing that you've put 100% into it, there's not much more that you can do, really gives you that extra edge, especially when you're not sure your opponent can say the same. So that's awesome, man. That really is.
No, I agree 100%, man. I agree 100%.
Yeah, dude. That's what's up, bro. That's some crazy stuff. And in regards to this fight and Friday and all that kind of stuff, what are your aspirations moving forward? You see yourself taking more fights this year? You see yourself, taking a little break? What do you see yourself doing? I know you were making some rumors about boxing, Muay Thai. What are you thinking?
So I'm looking for Muay Thai after this fight. I want to get some, I want to get way more comfortable in the stand up, and I like fighting. So that's something I really want to do is Muay Thai probably in November. Of course, this fight comes first. I'm not even thinking about it or opponents or anything. It doesn't matter to me. That's just, I have my goals lined up, and then we'll see how that goes. Shit happens, things change. So that's the goal. And then, if that goes good, I'll fight again one more time this year. That'd be cool. And then I want to get right back on it early next year. But hopefully I want to make my pro boxing debut next year. So that would be cool too. Of course, I got to talk to my coaches and stuff. I can't just go sign up for a pro boxing bout. I'm going to have to be in the boxing gym every day, a couple times a day for that. But that's pretty much, that's the short term right there. Short-term aspirations.
Let's go. Exciting stuff coming up for you, big dog. Last question for me. So like you said, you started in LFA, now you're in Cage Warriors. Those are two pretty prominent promotions. Has there been any difference for you there, or has it pretty much been business as usual?
I can't I mean, differences in how, like in my mindset towards them, or
no, just how they're handling business, like pre-fight build up or anything.
I mean, so I took my first pro debut with LFA on short notice, so there wasn't much build up. And then I was fighting Orlando in my second fight, and there also wasn't much build up, and I wasn't even on the main card for whatever reason on that one. Well, you know what? Not for whatever reason. There was a bunch of killers on the main card. That's why. So I do understand, but I am a main card fighter. I put on shows, and welterweights don't have the style that I have. They don't move like I move. But they're building this one up more for a little bit, Cage Warriors, and I don't think that has much to do with me because you can't find my last fight anywhere. I can't even get a hold of it, so that's cool. But yeah, no, I think because Chasen is their boy, that's Graham's boy, that's Cage Warriors' boy. That's their first or one of their first D1 wrestlers. They're gonna build up. He trains with Patty. He has San Diego locked down. That's his hometown. He made moves out there at some random high school and was a killer high school wrestler. He was a great high school wrestler for sure. His record was phenomenal. So shout out to him for that, because that shit's dope. I did not have that. but that I think that's why they're hyping it up more. So yeah, they're hyping it up more, but I do think they're a little bit more on top of it. But of course, every promotion has their favorites, and it all comes down to sales and business and stuff. And I get it, but these promotions work with me, I'm gonna be something, but that's up to them if they want to work with me. I'm trying my best out here to make these sales and stuff, but I don't care about much social media. I don't care about all of that. I'm just trying to fight and put on shows.
Let's go. And last one for me, what I'm saying, I gotta ask you about this because this is just what we do over here at the Geeks, man. We got TJ Dillashaw and Aljamain Sterling going down. and you are right in there with TJ's camp, all that whole thing going down. What's the inside with Mr. Dillashaw? Are we looking at a upset here? I think he's the underdog coming into this. What do you think?
So me personally, TJ is cool dude, good teammate. He comes in and he just works. He just puts in work. He's about it. Everything he does is 100%, and that's something that's just it's wild. He drills 100%. He's always doing everything 100%, and he admits 100%. Everything he does in his life is 100%, and it's very admirable. My thoughts on it is I do think he pulls off the upset, and that's not looking at it from a biased standpoint. There's probably some unconscious biasness there, but the way I look at it, he was D1. He wrestled for Cal State Fullerton. We haven't really seen TJ on the ground like crazy in his fights because his striking got so good when Dwayne came along. Now he's with Coach Tyler Wombles, my coach, and his striking is leveling up daily. I think he's a problem on the feet for Aljo, for sure. I think he's definitely more fundamental than Aljo, for sure. And I think the wrestling credentials, that D1 versus that JUCO is night and day. It's almost like elementary versus high school, wrestling in that aspect. So I think that D1 wrestling is going to be a huge factor. And he was a tough wrestler when he was in college, and he still sticks to it to this day. And he's doing great work with his jits. So I think with the team that he has behind him, with the mindset, more so than anything, because I think TJ Dillashaw, with his mindset, I think he would have been great anywhere, whatever gym he went to, whether it was Team Alpha Male, whether it was AK, whether it was Sanford, or whatever their name is now. Any of these gyms, I think he would have been great at, just because of his mindset and his work ethic and stuff. But with the team that he has around him now, with his work ethic that he still has around him now, I think he does pull off the upset.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's what's
That's
up.
awesome.
Well, that's it, man. That's what we're gonna wrap it up with that. I mean, any final words you want to shoot out? Any sponsors? Any coaches? Anybody that you want to give a little shout to?
Just all my coaches. Coach Adam at Subfighter, Coach Kai at RTV, Coach Chewy at RTB, the boxing gym, Raw Talent Boxing. Coach Christian Aguilera from Classic and Oyamas. Alex Perez has always been having my back. He might be in my corner, worst comes to worst, this Friday. So he's at Oyamas. He's got a fight coming up. And then, Coach Tyler Wombles, of course. And then team. I love my team. So it's pretty much. I don't think I have any sponsors. But yeah, my mom maybe.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, that's Jeff Craig, Insidious. Catch him this Friday, September 23rd, going down San Diego. Cage Warriors, main card. Let's go. We're out, baby. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go.
Thanks, brother. I'll see you.
Take it easy, bro.
You too, man.